And we are live. My friends, we're going to just jump right into it. Welcome back to the Prop Stars. Sorry about taking last week off. Life happens. Things are going on. TJ's on vacation. He's got a guest star over there. That's family, man. That's nephew right there.
So listen to it right really quick. This is my Cameron nephew. We're going to address the elephant in the room. We're in Clearwater Beach having a great time. So, as we know, I know how to play. I'm pretty good at video games, right? So we got my stepson, Caton, over here. Cameron, they're battling in FIFA. I'm having a good time with the wife and the fam. We're out to dinner, drinking, and Cameron decides to think he's tough in FIFA, right? So he calls me out in the middle of dinner. Wasn't happy about that. Was up 4-0 in the first 12 minutes. Restart the game. Beat him down again, 4-1. Couldn't finish the game. Slapped him around 3 times. Was in bed by 1 a.m.
Were you just using different teams, different clubs just to show him?
I was France, Argentina. It doesn't matter. I'm just blowing his ass out.
It didn't matter, bro. It didn't matter.
I mean, his pad one. I mean, Kate and his pad one. I whooped that booty like twice, 4-0. So I had a little bit.
And this was in FIFA though.
This is FIFA. I mean, obviously Madden.
I was gonna say he can't touch Caton in Madden yet, right?
Madden, but Madden we stay away from just because it turns into a bloodbath.
FIFA's
So
old school,
yeah, FIFA brings back some great memories. But we're here in Clearwater Beach. It's amazing. I'm out about 50 feet yesterday, and literally a dolphin swims within 10 feet of me. It was freaking nuts. Obviously, when you see that fin right away, you're not thinking dolphin, but it was incredible.
I thought it was a shark at first and hopped on and started riding. I was like, holy cow, my man.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for it. Well, I'm glad you're having a good time, man. It's good to meet you, Cameron. Welcome to the show, bro. All right, so obviously let's start talking about it, man. There's a few things to go over. We will be covering the national championship game that was won by Michigan. It won't take that long. We're going to talk a little bit about Rory making some history. There is an NBA play-in that starts tonight. And, of course, looming, my friends, you know what this show is all about is the NFL. It's the #1 show in town. And the draft is just a mere week away, just a little bit over. Well, TJ, let's talk about the NBA play-in. We had 2 teams, Michigan, UConn. I know we were going to cover it this last week. Life happens.
Oh, yeah, NCAA.
I mean, honestly, you and I both kind of had the same opinion. And I'm going to tell you right now, man, I thought it was a very lackluster championship. I thought the most exciting part of the game was at the very end when UConn was trying to rally. But I'm not trying to go over the crux. I'll let you give a take. My friend, what did you think about the game? And give me some takes.
Yeah, Wu-Tang, we got some new blood on the show. Nephew of mine, high school base. He's getting older now, but high school baseball superstar, knows his stuff, and we're gonna kind of try to bring in some young blood. So young blood, bring in some new blood. Plays college ball right now. He's kind of in between colleges. We're gonna play it by ear, but guy's a star. And so yes, college basketball championship, one of the worst championship games I've seen when it comes to any sport. I thought that just watching the game. I don't know how many times I can watch a guy miss a 3-foot hook shot or miss I don't want to say wide open layup, but it was just one of those things where you didn't feel like it was that championship caliber. And then you're starting to research each of these players. There might not have been one first-round draft pick in that. I mean, there's a couple borderline guys, right?
Sure.
But there wasn't that Cooper Flag, and there wasn't that, and I think Cooper Flag, maybe they lost in the final.
You know, it's funny that you say this, though. You're right. It's funny that you say this because I was trying to mention to you, every tournament, there's usually some sort of polarizing player or figure that we get to follow along to see if Kevin Durant leads them through the tournament, Steph Curry's run, Carmelo Anthony, is this Cooper Flag's tournament? There wasn't one of those marquee guys. There wasn't that name that was on show, that was a premier talent, that we're all clamoring about and seeing where he's going to go. The championship's over and everybody's just like, okay, nobody's really worried about who's going into the NBA from that. You know, it definitely didn't have the star power, the shine that a lot of these other tournaments have had in the past.
I will say this, the March Madness as a whole had that, right? Like we saw some.
Oh, yeah. I mean, sure. The tournament was fantastic. Yeah. Do you still think it's the best tournament out of all the tournaments?
Yes. I mean, I'll be quite frank.
All right. Yeah. Chime in, kid. Let's go.
not a big NBA guy. I love watching college basketball. I mean,
See, we're the opposite. We watch NBA. We don't watch college basketball.
You know, you get the grind. You get a little bit more contact. You know, refs are calling it different. It's a different game, honestly. I look at the NBA, and it's sometimes my old head in me hurts to watch it. And that college ball, like no star power, no star power. Okay, well, we're going to have to throw the ball around and get a good look and get a bucket. You know what I'm saying? Like, it brings a little bit of different. And then also, you do have a lot of guys who have star power. Maybe not that exact game, we didn't see it, but
they say this is, yeah, no, you're right. They say this is a deep draft, and the BYU guy got knocked out a little early. I mean, the signature moment we'll never forget in the history of one of the greatest plays when UConn steals the ball from Duke, full court press, looking like they're about to foul. We broke that down for 30 minutes a couple weeks ago. And I thought that maybe that kid in the championship game, his name is Mullins, I think, right?
Yep.
That 6'4" freshman guard that can, splash from anywhere. I thought maybe he
Raylan Mullins,
have a 4 for 6 3-point day or something, but he was ice cold. But yeah, the signature moment was there. I think I'm not going to say more signature than the Christian Laettner play because that's a little crazy talk. But I will say maybe the biggest and most wild and crazy play in Final Four history. In March Madness history, just when it comes to, how everything had to come together. They had to press the guy. They had to not foul. Boozer was involved. And the other Boozer brother was involved. And one of the Boozer brothers turns it over. And then the guy steals it. Mullins steals it, gives it back to the veteran 3-point shooter. He gives it off to Mullins for 3. Like that whole play might have been we all know it's one of the greatest plays in March Madness history, but it might be number 1 when it comes to greatest, not signature, but greatest, But in general, March Madness will be, I think this March Madness will be remembered, but the national championship game, in my opinion, was definitely a stinker.
Yeah, I agree. I think that when you measure it all, the tournament's great. The tournament provides what the tournament provides. There's always some good upsets and whatnot. You love the mystery of March Madness and what it brought to us, and it did not disappoint. I was just hoping for a better championship game because I'm a more casual fan when it comes to basketball. In college, I do like some of the rules, though. I know the biggest one that we always point out is not being able to advance the ball. I think that's just such a stupid rule in the NBA, and I think that they should really blend and kind of look at what's best for both leagues, both teams, and both scoring effects or flow, to try to get a better system of that. I mean, we should all be looking to reevaluate and make ourselves better, and I don't know why the league can't do that either.
I think the NBA is more concerned about, views, getting every single person to watch it, making it so offensive, and it's not only about progressing the game or, having the best basketball possible.
Okay, take your notes. Also, back to what you said, I want to hear Cameron's opinion. So, Cameron, as you know, in the NBA, when you call a timeout, you advance it right to half court, right? Every time. I think that sucks. And in college, wherever you call a timeout, that's where you pass the ball in from. In football, you don't call a timeout at the 20-yard line and advance it up. You don't advance it up to the 50. You call a timeout as you get the ball. In the NBA, you could have a full timeout. I think every timeout now advances it right to half court. And it's just a real weird, I don't know.
It's weird, man. I don't know how you get to just magically move like 40 feet or 60 feet, whatever.
You just make it 3-point or 4 points. It's just like.
I get it. So let's talk about the Masters.
All right, man. So that was it. All right. So the Masters, we had Rory McIlroy. He came out, first 2 rounds doing all right. Third round looked like he was about to walk away with it. Shot super low, was leading that was the second round, was leading by 12, right? Or by 6 strokes, he was at -12. And the third round, he shot a +2, let everybody else back into it. The storyline got super exciting. I went from being interested in seeing if it was just the coronation of Rory to really fired up, getting the boys together. Let's launch a tee time Sunday morning. We closed. We're all tired, sleep deprived, and we're on the golf course. None of us have practiced. We just want to go out there, shoot in the 80s, and we all blow it up, just getting ready for the Masters. Your hair is on fire. It's going to be a great tournament. and I thought it represented well. I was really kind of pulling for Justin Rose. He got super hot, and he actually took the lead there for a little bit. We saw Rory falter. Cam Young kind of looked like he might have a little bit of juice in him early on, and it didn't look good for Rory. He just kind of stayed the course a little bit, right? And all of a sudden, like Scotty, moving day on Saturday, he goes from even par to -7. He's within 4. And so Scotty's just flirting, and he's in the talk all day, you know, and it was just like you just had so many players. Sam Burns was in, he was out. Hatton and Henley are making runs. It was an incredible Masters Sunday, man. The excitement was unreal.
Yeah, I'll say this, right? We all know there's 4 majors, and we also know that there's other things, right? Like the Players Championship, API, right? Bay Hill's always a great one.
Right.
I feel like now it almost has to be there's that one every year. That's the Masters.
It's the Masters.
Then there's 3 majors after that, which is the
Right.
Open, the US Open, you know, and the PGA Championship. But it's like that you could just see how much the Masters means to every single person. And I go back. What do you got to say, Kim?
It's the significance of it. Like we were talking about this, the rules and everything. Like,
Yeah.
if you go there, there's actually everybody's more focused on it. You know, every golf shot has probably a little bit more kudos because nobody's on their phone. It's
Nobody's
real
on their
life.
phone.
Players don't have their
Yeah.
phone. Players got to lock their phone up. That's crazy.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Even if you're a player, you can't bring it on the golf course. And think about it. We were out to dinner yesterday. I looked around. There was like 9 or 10 tables around us. There wasn't one table without everybody on their phone or a phone on their table. When you have, you know, tens of thousands of people, right? And also think about this yesterday. Cameron and I were talking about this last night. When you go to a football game, right, there's 22 people on the field, right? There's 80,000 there,
Yeah.
but there's 22 people on the field. And they're all watching the whole game, right? You have 10, 15, 20, 30, 40,000 people, maybe not all in one hole, but they're watching one golfer at a time. And I agree, Wu-Tang. Yep, it's the top 5 Sunday of the year. And it's just, and as like a golf enthusiast, I love how the Masters plays. Like there's so many holes you could double and triple bogey, and there's so many holes you can eagle. They have those, you know, like they have par 3s where usually the day 4 hole location is generally the hardest, but there they put it in spots where if you spin it down the hill right, you can put it right in the hole, right? We got 48 in the building, guys. Please like and subscribe. But it was just amazing to watch. And Rory self-admits did not have his best stuff on the weekend, right? And I go back to that Saturday 50-yard pitch, or no, was it Friday?
Friday.
He pitches that ball over the bunker and makes it in from 50 yards out. And I kept on thinking, when he's 1 or 2 strokes ahead late, right? How much is he going back and thinking, good Lord, goddamn, thank God I hold that one out, right? You got to think. I also was hoping they would ask him the question, but they didn't. I always felt like over the last 10 years, before Rory won last year, he kept on thinking about his legacy, right? And it was, what's he going to be in the whole, after his career is done, viewed as a pro? And I think that's where he lost track, right? We all know he was still
You think
great.
he got concerned with his optics in the public's eye?
Exactly. And now I think he's just a bulldog out there. And he said he did not play good golf on Saturday and Sunday, but to not play good golf and to still hold off. I mean, Cameron and I are hanging out by the pool watching the match on this TV they have set up at the bar. And it's just like that leaderboard was unbelievable, right?
It was so crazy good.
We're like, okay, we could make that putt, right? We're bull crap. We're like,
Yeah.
can make that putt. Next
Of course.
thing you know, Rory's playing hockey around the
Yeah,
green.
three putted from 3 feet.
Yeah.
And when Rory did that, he would have usually, not him, but most golfers would usually fall apart, right?
Right.
When you 3-putt from 3 feet, you fall apart. He went from, and we were just talking, we were saying, wow, what a chip.
Yeah.
How does he get it to check up? And then what happens, right? He double bogeys that hole. Unbelievable. And most golfers would have fell apart. And he kind of did a little bit. He came back down and he was like, you know, I don't know exactly what place, but, you know, he was 3 strokes back at one time. And then it's a great course. It's bright green. Obviously, the azaleas, you know, it's just an amazing atmosphere. And you got 50 in the building, guys. Please like and subscribe. We're talking golf here, but McIlroy is getting older, but I think he's got a chance to make a run at double-digit majors. And then if he does that in the next, he's not
getting older. He's averaging like his farthest drives right now.
And he's at, but yeah,
what is
exactly.
going on?
How old is Rory McIlroy? Do we know exactly?
Gene, give us an age. If I'm a guess, I'm gonna say Rory's like what, 32?
Let's guess. Okay, you say 32.
34.
Okay, I was gonna guess like 37. I was 38. I'm gonna say. All right, he's 36.
36.
We got the back crew working on our stuff.
We got
You
production.
can never tell. The sun ages you just tremendously.
Somebody
You should wear a lot more lotion. But here's the thing about Rory, right? He admitted,
you're gonna lotion.
and I heard all this talk before the Masters even came on, and it was actually kind of giving us negative vibes in the car. Shea had on this like Rory story about how he had failed and his failures were going to scar him for life, and he was never going to recover. He was never going to be able to get back into that winner's circle, never get a green jacket. And then he grinds it out, ends up winning an incredible match. Looked like DeChambeau was going to get him, yada, yada. Yeah. And like he forged this, galvanized confidence that even when he was in the Masters, 3-putting, playing hockey, doing his thing, he still knew that he had the experience. He had already won a green jacket, and he admitted in his post-round interview, I kind of leaned on that. After you do something, it gives you that confidence. You've already been there. And in golf, you're never worried about anybody else. It's always yourself. So he just kind of had to stay locked into his own zone. The dude, just like your boy said, he's striping the ball all week long, dude. His drives were pure. He drove the ball tremendously all week, and it put him in a lot of great spots. And he was able to sit there and run up some really good second shots. I told you about the one, just rolled it right up on the par 5, just snuck it over the hill. It's incredible, man. He becomes the 4th player ever to win a back-to-back green jacket, right?
Yeah.
And that was it. And I think that it's like you said, it now gives him, and I think it catapults him forward to really put him. If he was worried about the optics of his legacy before, I don't think he's worried about it now because he's got his back-to-back green jackets. But I think you can really go attack it now, just like it's a good pin position at a golf course on a good moving day, man. I think the guy's going to be locked in more tournaments. I think you're going to see him be more aggressive. And then you're going to see a different kind of Rory. And I think that he might be – I know Scotty's still right there, but he might be peaking, man, in this late kind of run where we saw Tiger hit that too. And only a few players hit this. He's 36, and he's playing tremendous golf.
That's rubbish. Don't bring Tiger into the convo. He's so much better.
Tiger belongs in every conversation. Rory talks about how he looks up to him and thanks him for everything that he's ever done. We got to talk about Tiger. Tiger makes golf better, and golf is where it is because of Tiger. And I think that Tiger and Rory, their relationship probably made Rory definitely a better player, if not for the experience that he's already drawn from the championship.
That's fair.
And bless Tiger for his soul. Guy likes to eat perks and take a Sunday drive. No big deal.
Hey, we're talking about golf, not lifestyle.
There was this great meme where when Rory hits a bad shot, it was just crazy, and it was like Tiger's coming to save him, and it was his car driving on the Masters fairway. He saw it. He hit like a greenside bunker, and he tipped it over. It was, Tiger's gonna be the butt of a lot of memes, and he's gonna. They all still and also I'll say this.
Well, you got to mention Tiger. He was the last person to win back-to-back green jackets before Rory, right? So here we are, 24 years later. He's the first person to do it since then. He was a model, a role model.
Let me tell you this too, Cameron actually brought up a good point, and I disagreed with him, but the more I think about it, I kind of agree with him. He thought on Saturday when he first came on to the course, and late on the day, Friday, but also Saturday. He's acknowledging the crowd a lot, and it's almost like Rory is a little bit of a people pleaser, and
he gives high fives when he walks down. Yeah, never saw Tiger touch a single person.
You're listening, Rory. I love you, but he is kind of a little too much sometimes of a people pleaser. You know what I mean? And I think that I'm not going to compare to Tiger's. You never know, but I think Tiger coming into Saturday morning would have stepped on people's necks and would have went up 10 instead of 6. Where it looked like Rory,
I agree,
like what Cameron said, was a little more relaxed and like, hey guys, thanks for coming, and it was. I think that's just the way Rory is. And
he's
I think
looking at the leaderboard.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I think,
bro, he's Irish. They're the nicest people ever. You can literally go to any person's house in like Dublin, knock on their door, and be like, "Hey, I'm from America. Can you show me around?" They'll just stop what they're doing and go take you around the city, bro. Like they're the coolest people that you ever met, man.
But yeah, go back to what you were talking. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. But go back to what we were talking about, the people pleasing thing, and just like look at the crowd, give him thumbs up.
I saw him. I came home late from work, and Dad's sitting on the couch. We're watching the Masters, highlights. I didn't get to watch it all day. First off, I sit on the couch, 270 yards from the pin. I see Rory put it like this close. I was like, what is happening? Like, if one day I could ever do that, but that's besides the point. I literally see him go like 8 times on 18, do one of these when everybody's cheering. And I get it. He's just being nice, like we're saying. But it seemed like he got done on Friday and was like, okay, I won. And everybody in my house, everybody at work, everybody whatever was like, okay, yeah, tournament's over.
Everyone thought it was over.
It's over. And I was the only one repetitively like, how is it over? We got 2 days of golf. I made a 1400 on a hole before. Like it just happens. And you're playing them, and they're pro golfers, but they're playing the Masters. It's tough. Like it's a hard course. It can go downhill very fast. So I knew it wasn't over. 2 days of golf. If it was on after Saturday, okay, tournament's over. I got you. Saturday, Sunday, that's just too much golf, and there's too many good players. It's the Masters. It wasn't gonna go like that.
No, well, you said totally Buff, right?
You
saw. What were you saying?
Oh, no, above. You said also you weren't as excited going into the weekend because you thought it was going to be a Rory coronation. Right?
I thought it was absolutely right, and I was just thrilled to see Scheffler just ball out. And bro, I've been pulling for Justin Rose to kind of sneak one of these for a few years. He's always like, you see him, the guy's always grinding. I remember playing Tiger Woods video game in 2000, and the first matchup player you had to play was Justin Rose, and he was such a pain in the ass. He was so hard to beat. It was like he was so sneaky for such a first-round player, and here he is, 26 years later, still balling out, taking the lead late on a Sunday, and everyone's rooting for him. Everybody wants to see Rose do it. He's been so close. He's gotten runner-up a couple times, always a bridesmaid, never a bride. Guy can never get it done. And you're just like, is he going to do it this year? I just love the storylines of the guys that are always close. I would love to see Scotty pull it out, but he just missed a couple of clutch putts.
Yeah, and like
we all made the cut too, and then balls out.
I mean, let's talk about exactly. He barely makes cut. Let's talk about Cameron Young. He was four over through 7 holes. The first 7 holes on Thursday, and I remember I was pissed because I had Cam Young and some FanDuels, and I'm like. And I'm going on X. I wasn't gonna blast Cam because I know how it goes. But dude, Cam Young's a fraud.
Yeah. Cam Young ain't an American.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I love the Cam Young thing on there, the little MLB sticker. What a stud, man! That screams American to me. You know what I mean?
That guy's a red-blooded American, and he looks like him and Tyrell Hatton walk around the golf course like they're fucking pissed.
Yeah.
Sorry,
they look angry.
My daughter, but they just walk around like he's walking around, he's biting his protein bar. It's kind of weird. I mean, it's kind of cool, right? Hatton's the same way.
Totally different vibe from Rory, who's over here just like handing out clovers and
what's up, Jeff?
Just shitting rainbows. It's like, hey guys.
Oh, hey, before we forget too, I think it's really important we throw out some blessings and give a shout out to our main man, Joe Corvelli. He's battling some stuff right now.
Yeah.
But friend of the show, friend of
but I heard he's doing all right. I heard he's good. Things on the up and up. My man is fighting, and it's good to hear, man. That kind of news. Everybody hug your loved ones and stay active out there, man. Just keep, always keep healthy.
But yeah, Cam Young, watching him getting blasted on X. The guy doesn't have what it takes to see him shoot. I mean, I think at one time he was 17 under. He had like 5 birdies in a row. Jeff, thanks for listening. Make sure you tell Joe that we're rooting for him and looking out for him and praying for him. But yeah, it was just I look forward to revolving my day around the Masters. Wifey was even pretty understanding about it. We're all at the beach. We're at the pool bouncing back and forth, but she knew there was a window between 5 and 7 that I wanted to make sure I was in front of a TV, and we're closing it out.
Another cool thing about the Masters, you had even
duct tape and threw them in the room for a little bit.
Yeah, they were prisoners of the moment, but it was fun to watch. And I think McIlroy, I'm not gonna lie, when we were all guessing ages, you guessed 32, Cameron guessed 34. I honestly thought he was like 41 since you guys went so low.
No, since he went so low, I was like, oh, do I not know what's going on? So
And
I
like,
was thinking
and I
the same
respect the
thing.
gray hair look. I mean, I've been having them too, especially when you get these little kids. Gray hair is popping quick. But I'm not gonna lie. There's a chance Rory makes a run at that Jack Nicklaus major number, right?
He could. I mean, what's he? Well, he's got. Is that 6 now for him?
He's at 6.
So that means he
right?
needs 12.
Yeah,
To
to
tie.
pass it, right?
No,
Or
12
no?
to tie. 18's the
Okay, so
number.
he has 18. Oh, yeah, you're right, because Tiger has 15, right?
Right. 18's the
And,
number.
I mean, we all remember Tiger, right? I don't know exactly the age, but Tiger got up there real quick, right? He
Oh
was
my
a
God,
double
Tiger should have. Yeah.
And I remember, I mean, it was like minus 500.
Prescription pills are a hell of a drug. Let's just
you know,
say
also, yeah, we got a young buck, and we got there's 2 different age groups here. But yeah, I think that Rory McIlroy has a chance to make a run at it. Being only 36 years old, seeing what Justin Rose is doing at his age, and I think Rose might steal a major or 2, maybe the Open Championship this year. Let's see if Rory can get the double-digit majors by the time he's 40, right? And then if he gets the double-digit majors by the time he's 40, this guy's only going to be mentally stronger. He's not going to – we all know the abilities there. And I think he'll be carrying the ball 300 yards. You see Justin Rose at 46 at a golf ball, or 45, 46. I mean, that ball flies off the club. So
yeah, I think we're at an
type.
age where even in golf that you got people taking care of themselves to a different level. It's a complete physicality. It's from diet to mental health. Rory also has that burning desire to continue to be one of the greatest golfers. Unlike our guy Scotty Scheffler, he was on an interview weeks ago. He kind of hit the pinnacle. He was #1 golfer. He won all these tournaments. And he was like, it's kind of hard for me to sit there and to stay motivated. I want to be a better father than I want to be a golfer. Right. And so like Scotty's starting to like struggle with his own mortality now. And he's done all this. And I think that we saw his lackluster performances at API. He kind of came out struggling. He's had a few tournaments, these last few tournaments, where he was outside of the top 20. So this is him battling with his own mental games. And I think that's probably going to cost Scotty, right? So whenever you do look at somebody like a Rory McIlroy, and the only way you get to 18 is if you're obsessive and you're committed, and it just drives you to a point. And I know Rory's got little kids now too, and you don't know what's going to change. You know what I mean? Family changes, your values, perspective is going to be different as you continue to grow your family. So I'm curious to see, is that something that Rory's going to battle? Because Scotty's already going through it. You know what I mean? And he's, I don't know. I think Scotty's younger than him.
Rory's kids are still young. And Jeff, brings up a good point. Rory did remind me of Tiger a lot this weekend, because at first it was that philosophy, especially in the Masters, because the par 5s are so gettable and the par 4s are so hard, is you find a way to play par golf, right? On the par 3s and par 4s. And you birdie your par 5s. And when you birdie your par 5s and you par everything else, in a perfect world, that's 16 under. And what was Rory? Rory finished at 12, really 13 under though, because he really just played it real safe in that last hole. And also he 3-putted from 3 feet. So you just talk about that a little bit. And I know he made that crazy chip and stuff like that, but Rory you kind of had that feeling. And I love every golfer does it when they hit a great iron off the fairway, especially the long irons. They walk it up, but right after they hit it. But when you see Rory hit like a tight draw like he did last year, one of the greatest shots of all time, bending it around the tree, and he just has that strut, I have that strut sometimes walking through Boathouse when I get a big tip, But it's a little different when you're strutting and you're hitting a 225-yard 9-iron, within 10 feet.
In front of a bunch of people, and they're all this close to you watching.
All those people also paid $8,000 to go watch you play, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I think Rory Tiger Woods comparison, we already knew that Rory was going to probably be known as a top, let's just say pretty conservatively, a top 25 golfer of all time. That was even before he won the Masters last year. Now I think he's hands down the top 10 conversation. And now over the next 10 years, if he can win one major a year, we're going to be and that think about it. I know that it's a long time from now, but think about a Masters where Rory's 10 years older. He's still, I think he's going to be just as, close to as good. And think about we're watching history if he's trying to pass Jack Nicklaus. Those are
10 years from now in that Masters, he'll be playing against John Daly and John Daly's kid and Charlie Woods. I mean, he'll be like competing against the upcoming legends that we're all going to be watching. The youth movement is pretty legit. Golf's got some exciting players coming.
Legit, I'll be honest. I've actually hit on the range with Tiger Woods, this kid, like not with him, but like I was on the range while he was, and he's been out to Bay Hill a couple of times. Some of my buddies played golf.
How's his contact? He stripes it?
Honestly, his swing really looks like Tiger's swing. It's shocking, and
that's so sick.
Like, is he getting full ride scholarships yet? Like, how old is he?
Charlie is at that age, yeah, bro.
And he's not even that big, and he's hitting the ball so far. And so, but I'm missing. He hasn't grown into his body, and that's big. If you don't grow into your body yet, you're not hitting the shots as far as you can, and he's still wrecking them.
I mean, look at Rory. A lot of these little guys now. I thought size used to matter, but it doesn't matter anymore. Like these guys are little.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, these guys are little, and like obviously Tiger was the first one to hit the gym. But let's go on to the next NBA play-ins.
All right, man. Yeah, good Masters talk, man. I know we all just love the golf game, dude. It's a lot of fun. All right, NBA play-in starts tonight, fellas. We actually have our first taste of playoff action. You got the Heat against the Hornets, and then you got the Blazers at the Suns. Bro, the Hornets one of the hottest teams in the league, right?
Oh, Charlie Woods is going to FSU.
Streaking.
I don't know if that's a biased FSU fan talking there, or if that's real. That's real life. All right. If that's real life.
I mean, that would be huge if you did. That'd be great. I mean, Florida golf, yada yada. It's great. Best friend's #1 golfer in the amateur world. Yeah. There you go.
They might have a horrible football team when their baseball team's average, but their golf team's going to be legit.
Bro, Jeff will be watching golf on Saturdays, not FSU football.
Yeah,
totally different.
Can you imagine at 7:45 on Saturday, like Jeff's watching the 18th hole? Actually, it'd be dark by then at that time of the year, but. All right, either way, NBA playing games. Let me add something really quick about the NBA playing games. Just like anything else when it comes to like lower ranked teams, the Miami Heat made these NBA playing games matter, right? Because they went from an NBA playing game to a championship the year of COVID, And now we pay attention to these NBA play-ins because I think the Magic, if they're healthy, and Charlotte, those two teams could knock off maybe the 1 or 2 seeds in the East. I could see Detroit or Boston losing. I wouldn't be shocked. I could see Orlando taking Boston to 6 if that was the matchup. And, who knows if Paolo and I just don't know if they're healthy or not.
Great time to be a Magic.
I mean, you're talking LaMelo, Miles Bridges, they got Diabate. I mean, they've been running hot. Looking at their standings.
Charlotte Hornets are trending all over social media.
Bro, 100%.
And it's crazy now because LaMelo Ball's not the best player on that team. And he's the flashiest, but he's actually conformed a little bit to their playing style and letting that however you say his name, Kneippel, however you say it, the Duke guy that played with Cooper Flag. But how do you say his name, Buff? Kneippel? Kneippel? Guy can shoot.
I want to say I don't think you say the K, bro. I think it's just Nupel.
You sure about that?
I think it's Kneippel.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Most K's are silent. You don't say K and Krzyzewski. You know what I mean? Like, or a lot of other. It's Kneippel. They're saying Kneippel. Okay, his name is Kneippel.
Yeah, Kneippel. Yep. Kneippel. Yeah. All right.
One thing right.
Yeah. Thanks for
chipping in.
We're not done yet. You want to go to the pool and beach? We're going to go to the
Kneippel.
Yeah, Kneippel. But the guy can shoot. LaMelo Ball can push the ball up the court. Then you got Miller, you got Bridges, you got that other guy. What the hell's his name? But they're deep, they're fun to watch, and they were really bad early in the year.
Connaughton, Diabate, yeah.
Yeah, what are they? 8 games above 500 right now. Six games above 500. I think it's going to be Orlando and Charlotte advancing in the East. And I think that the East, for the first time in a long time, is better than the West. The West, the Lakers are not good enough. And the East has had their number a lot when they play matchup to matchup, you know? As a Knicks fan, I'm not even nervous. I just know every game is going to be a 3-point game.
Your fellow Knicks fan, Gene, our lovely producer, bless his heart, is super upset right now. He's nervous. He's scared. He's upset about this matchup. He thinks the Knicks might get beat round 1. He thinks that the Hawks might have them.
Yeah, I don't really know about that, but the Knicks aren't. The Knicks, yeah, you're right, Jeff. Spo will cook up something, and Spoelstra will just – it's going to be a war, and I could see just the Miami Heat name maybe beating – well, hold on. Yeah, I could see the Miami Heat, maybe just their name and their – I don't want to say –
their culture, their way of ball.
Yeah, more like it's more – yeah, the Heat have a little bit of aura about them, and it all starts with Spoelstra. Spoelstra's going to go down as one of the greatest coaches of our time, and he did it at first with LeBron, Bosh, and Wade, but I think we could all agree more that what he's doing now with some of these rosters is more impressive than winning championships with the LeBron, Wade, and Bosh era, where, you know, they pretty much just cheated to get some championships, you know?
Agreed.
First team to do the manufactured.
Not true.
3.
Boston Celtics were the first team to do it. Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
That's a big 3. Come on.
Okay.
They had Rajon too. They're the first ones to do
Well,
it.
Rondo was
drafted. Yeah, they beat the Lakers. They beat the Lakers that year. And it was still Eddie House that like rained down
Ray
on
Allen was not in his prime when they went to Boston. You're talking about Wade, Bosh, and LeBron.
Bosh was in his prime when
Bosh was in his prime. Yeah,
No.
He got sick shortly after.
Wade was pretty good. I don't even know if you could say Wade was in his prime.
I'm not going to say you're completely wrong.
That's generous.
Wu-Tang agrees. Celtics were the first big 3. But Wu-Tang, can you agree that Ray Allen was not in his prime? Rajon Rondo and Pierce were both Celtics. Now, I know Wade was a Celtics or a Heat, so I'm not saying but Celtics were the first big 3. I agree there. But
they were the first team to ever sit there and take 3 superstars, combine them.
The Heat were the first.
And then Rondo was coming up. Rondo was not considered part of that 3.
But the Heat had a 3 that worked. They had, you had your guard, you had your forward, and you had your defensive player. Now guys are just throwing James Harden, Kyrie, and KD together. How the heck?
All right, Ray Allen was in his prime.
Yes, Ray Allen was Jesus Shuttlesworth, and you put some damn respect on his name.
All right,
sniper.
All right, I stand corrected. Hold on, Ray Allen went to the Celtics his 11th year in the NBA. I don't know if anyone in their 11th year is in their prime, but
Wade was a little bit older too.
Fair enough. All right.
Bosh was.
I mean, I guess it's arguable. How old? I mean, 11 years. What did that put him at in his late 20s, early 30s? You know what I mean? Like,
it's also
at the tail end of your prime.
Guys aren't like how they were these days. Late 20s, early 30s. You know, the guys are just playing longer now.
I don't know what Jeff means. Celtics formed to beat LeBron because Celtics happened before LeBron. Yeah, Ray.
Is he talking about this Celtics team right now?
No.
Celtics formed to beat LeBron.
I don't think big threes are gonna work anymore in the league.
It doesn't work.
We got too many good players in the league now. Everybody's super good, top to bottom. I mean,
yeah,
it's just gonna be do you have a guy you can give the ball at the end of the game, and then how much depth do you have? How much fresh legs? How much depth? How much you just need the most?
They said yes, that Celtics team was put together to go against LeBron
and
to beat the Cavs. And the Cavs, it was the Cavs.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah,
players are too good.
But LeBron was the only guy in that roster. That's why it was so amazing what LeBron did. I mean, your number, your LeBron's number 2 was Mo Williams, right? I mean,
Booby Williams, right? That was Booby. That was Booby Williams.
J.R. Smith was doing backward, behind.
J.R. Smith still calling timeouts when it's not.
Yeah.
J.R. Smith was giving the ball to other teams.
I mean, Cameron was like 8 years old when that happened, but
I was on the roster. I was on that.
You would have been good enough.
I got a couple minutes.
Yeah, we got your point, Jeff. I just had to read it out loud a couple times. So Heat Charlotte. Magic, it's pretty bad the Magic are in a playing game. They finished the season pretty good, but they fell apart. Like,
Do you think the Magic are healthy right now to make a run?
No.
yeah, I don't. Anthony Black is back, right?
Yeah, he's back. Tristan Da Silva's coming off. You got Franz. Mo is there. You got Sugg. You got Carter. You got what's his name? Bitadze. He's backing him up. Everybody loves him. He's good. And then you got Paolo and you got Bane. I mean, like, this is their chance, right? Like, every time you ever talk about the Magic in the past, it's always, oh, they're not healthy right now. I think they might be healthy right now. I mean, it's kind of like just getting healthy right now, but that's exactly what it seems like, man. And I'm hoping that maybe they can get some lightning in a bottle, because they definitely have the ability, the talent to go up against any of these teams. And I'm not sold on the Celtics. I'm sold on the Celtics out of the East. I don't think I'm completely sold on the Celtics if they were to go up against the Thunder.
So now, do you disagree with TJ that the East is better than the West right now?
I do, but I still think the Thunder are the team. And I don't think that I don't think there's enough congruency. It doesn't seem like Brown and Tatum are like there yet. You know what I mean? And I don't know if it's like a little too late in the season. Are they going to catch it together in the playoffs? Obviously, they got the experience, but they're not cohesive right now, man. Like, whenever you look at the Celtics play, man, they're off. And I don't know. And I think that's going to cost them, but we'll see. I think the Magic got the depth to beat anybody in the East. I do agree that the East is deeper than the West this year. I think that the Knicks, if Karl Anthony Towns and Brunson can lead that team, man, y'all should be.
But the problem is that both of those guys can't play defense, and it's a problem.
But like, you got to tap into that, bro. Like, you can't just play. You could play more defense.
Yeah, but Brunson and Towns, I agree with you. Defense. I agree with you.
Defense is your heart, bro. I mean, these guys are talented enough to do it.
Guys are limited on how much defense they can play.
Well,
they're so controlled. Any little thing, call. Like, they're trying to play defense, but you're playing versus the best players in the world, and you can't play it like it's college. You can't touch them at all. So these guys are. I know people are like, defense is bad. They don't try. It's so hard. It's so hard.
No, they let you play a little more, but Brunson and Towns aren't capable of playing defense. They are not one of the supreme. They are some of the best players in the NBA, but they are not elite athletes. Like
you just can't lean on heart to sit there and cover the court.
Brown,
you know what I mean?
SBA, or there's other, Jason Tatum. Even those guys are elite athletes. Karl Anthony Towns and Brunson are elite, NBA players, but they are not elite.
Marcus
Smart. But these are the X factors of your ball club to like advance. I mean, you guys got to figure out how to play some D.
No, I know. And back to the Magic really quick. I think we all know, living in Orlando, that 5 roster to finish the last 5 minutes at the beginning of the year will be one of the best maybe next year, with Anthony Black, Suggs.
Pablo's kind of like a LeBron type of player.
Paolo's a little bit like a LeBron player, and then Franz.
No,
yeah. But Banchero's good. Now, I wonder, we have an NBA insider that says Banchero is not
with him. We got news. We can't mention it, but we got news. He's working with some good people.
Yeah. But I think that
Coach Walking.
Yeah, I think that JZM, thanks for listening. But I think that the Magic might catch lightning in a bottle, but like Jeff said, putting all these guys together.
Are you guys quoting a song right now? Like you know?
I mean,
is that what's going? Y'all are doing a sing along?
I'm a man of many talents, but I think the Magic, they have to catch lightning in a bottle, and it's going to be hard. Dead man walking to Mosley.
I think a lot of coaches, what he said that dead coach walking. I think a lot of coaches in the NBA are just guys like, okay, you go in, you come out. Like they're all like not coaches anymore. Like the guy for the Heat.
No, I agree. MLB and NBA coaches, we could do that. I think we all agree, right? Being an NBA coach, being an NFL coach, that's a whole different ballgame. Yeah, coaching matters in the NBA.
It does matter, but they're not doing it.
NBA and MLB talent.
If you have a good NBA coach, you will win more playoff games than you should, right? Because coaching is so effective at that level. And it's like you said, the things that we see Spoelstra doing, it's not a surprise if Miami goes in there and makes some noise.
Yeah. Now, Jeff, you give up Suggs and Paolo for Giannis. I've been asking this question during the trade deadline. Now, we shake our heads no.
How old is
What if
Giannis? How old is Giannis right now?
Yeah, he's 30.
That's what I want to. If Giannis is of age, maybe, right?
But I like
Because Paolo is
Paolo.
obviously entering prime, and Suggs is just such an enigma.
Can you see Giannis ever? I think now the rest of his career, he's going to be a little longer in the tooth. And I have a feeling over the next 6 to 8 years, he's going to be constantly dealing with injuries.
Well,
You don't think he plays another full season again?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think he's going to be like a Steph Curry who can play.
Yo,
for a while.
Giannis is 31. Oof.
So that means he's going to be 32 next year during the postseason.
Right.
Now, LeBron is playing right now until in his 40s, but LeBron also had a very good jump shot. Not a great jump shot, but Giannis
and could pass the ball. He can really do everything.
Yeah, Giannis can too, but he just can't shoot it as well. And Giannis can still knock down jumpers.
My favorite version of Giannis is when Milwaukee let him run as point center, and he was getting all those triple doubles, and he was a facilitator of that team.
But let's run that roster really quick because you could have Bane as your shooter / Bane is he's the purest shooting
He's your
guard.
scorer, bro. He's a pure scorer.
Yeah, he's a shooting guard. Anthony Black as your point guard. Giannis is like your point forward. And we'll get to that MVP talk in a minute too.
And then you got Franz.
And then you got
Edmund,
Franz.
my boy.
All right, cool. Thanks for listening, bro. Please tune in. We'll get Cam on here a couple more times. We're on vacation now, so this is a little like fun, laid back episode, but it gets pretty deep sometimes. But all right, MVP talk. Who's our we all know who it's. All right, who's your let's talk MVP. I know who I think should be MVP.
All right, bro. I don't give a rat's ass about the MVP whenever they just sit there and start taking a popularity contest and giving it to whoever gets it because they don't have enough. And it should have been Jokic 3 damn times in a row, and they gave it to Embiid in the middle. Like, bro, I just want an American to be MVP so we can end this whole European MVP talk. America hasn't been an MVP in, 8 years, something like that? I don't know, man. I don't care. It's a popularity contest. They don't give it to the best player anymore. Shit is bugged, bro. It's bogus.
I mean, Wembanyama to me Wembanyama should be
bogus.
MVP. I think
Wembanyama is by far the MVP, and it's just going to continue with the European trend.
Bro, when you watch Wembanyama play, it's crazy because when you watch him on the bench, teams are still hurrying layups sometimes. They're scared to get blocked. I swear to you, I saw the Knicks do it. We missed 2 wide open layups. Wembanyama wasn't on the court, but he affects. Everybody is scared to not dunk when Wembanyama.
Dude, Wembanyama's going to drop the only Wemby stat line that's possible. He'll one game. He'll have 10 points, 10 blocks, 10 steals, 10 rebounds. Like he's gonna do it all. You know what I mean? Like it's unbelievable. 10 assists. He's gonna literally do like a quintuple double. It's gonna be stupid, bro. He's got the ability to affect the floor with 10 blocks and 10 steals on top of everything else.
Jeff thinks it should be Cade. I don't know why I thought Cade missed with that.
He missed some time late, bro. And they said that because of that, they were talking about the NBA rule and changing how many games you have to qualify to make these awards. That was a big talk because Cade was so dominant early on before his injury. And they were saying that he should be allowed to be rewarded because there's like a threshold that you have to play, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Gene's vote.
I don't know, 62 games, 50, something like that. It's like right in the 50s. I'm sure
Gene
Jeff or Gene knows.
Gene also thought Fields should be MVP also. So
I mean, yeah. Well, all right, so Jeff should know. We'll just reference Jeff instead of Gene.
Yeah, we're gonna. But yeah, I like Wemby. The way the guy affects the whole game, and that guy will win multiple championships. Spurs are building something special. I think they're 1 year away, but this could easily be the year. They give Oklahoma
more
City
to the Pistons than Wemby does to the Spurs.
Oh, that is absolutely.
I don't know, man. I feel like that's arguable. Like you look at that Spurs team, bro. Keldon Johnson and Castle. Like I mean, they're all right. They got
also,
other
the
dudes, but like Wemby makes
with
them, bro.
Cunningham out.
And I know Cade. They got Durant. It's Durant and Cade. I mean, you're right. Yeah. I mean, it's tough. And Cade is just like,
I know, Wemby
bro. He grew up right before our eyes, bro. We all knew Cade was a dude, but like, Cade's a dog, bro. He's not just a dude.
In the building, guys. Please like and subscribe. There's that little bell button down there too. If you click on that bell button, you'll get some alerts from us and
$3.99.
free of charge right now. but we
Lock in
will
your rate. Lock in your rate.
we will see in the future. What else we talk? Oh yeah, Western Conference playing games. My daughter just took my phone. Oh, here we go. Western Conference playing games.
Yeah, you got the
Anybody-
Trailblazers at the Suns, and then
Do
we
they
get the where's the Warriors at the Clippers.
Yeah, do any of those teams you think have a shot?
I mean,
Like I think
we
the
could
Magic.
talk.
and
We could
Charlotte
talk
have-
about. It seems like both of these teams just have like, some players that used to be great and that could still be good, and they all underachieved, and they're all on the back end of the playoffs because of injuries and whatnot. And I mean, are the Suns going to live up to any potential that they ever have? I have no idea, dude.
Yeah, I don't see any of those teams 7, 8, 9, 10 going anywhere but getting knocked out.
Looking at that roster, I mean, it's still Devin Booker.
Unlike the East, where I see 3 of those teams, Heat, Charlotte, and the Magic, maybe giving teams hell in the first round. I think whoever wins these first 4 games, none of them are going to make any impact.
The West feels a little bit more like chalk going up to it than it does the East. I feel like the East definitely has some potential upsets.
Yeah, it's all about OKC and San Antonio in the West. Maybe Denver.
And I'm going to tell you right now, dude, everybody keeps talking about OKC and how they got this chance to repeat. The Spurs gave them fits during the regular season.
Oh,
I think they bested them. I mean, last I looked, they were like a 3-0 in the season record or whatever. And I don't know how it finished. But yeah, bro, the Spurs, they got the Thunder's number in particular, which is a big deal. I think that the Lakers matchup is interesting. The Lakers got a nice draw, right? That's going to be a hell of a game, or a hell of a series. I really like them playing. The Rockets. A lot of people are on the Rockets right now, talking about the potential upset if they can make some noise. That's some of the news that I'm hearing. I like the Nuggets over the Wolves.
One of the most efficient players in NBA history. We
Yeah,
got to wrap
100%.
it up. Yeah, we got to wrap it up though. We got a lot going on today behind the scenes.
Yeah, next week we will be talking more NFL draft. Obviously, the show is traditionally based around football. The draft is on the 23rd. Cowboys got 2 picks in the first round. I'm excited about that. And we'll talk about, some of the movers and some of the risers and fallers, where Jeremiah Love, where Lemon's going to go. Giants, I'm seeing projected to get that kid out of Ohio State, Caleb Downs, right? There's some potential there.
The Giants are all over the place right now. When it comes to news, we don't know what they're actually thinking, but I'm excited for it. I think the Giants could have,
Lakers have no Luka, no Reeves. Yeah. Sounds like the Rockets moving on.
Want to start giving out
Reeves.
fouls to guys flopping.
Luka's back though. Luka's back.
I mean, but Reeves is like what makes that team so good with Luka, LeBron, and Reeves.
They weren't going to win it with just Luka anyways. Even with Reeves, they were such a long shot. But yeah, I think Luka's going to be back for the playoffs. I think. But yeah, Reeves, that was a dagger. And Reeves, he's a good dude. I like that guy.
I love number 15, bro.
Well, Cam, thanks for coming on, buddy.
Hey, thank you guys for having me. Quick shout out for my boy Dylan, my brother, Unit Car, Jeep Chrysler Dodge. He'll hook you up. Appreciate you guys having me on the pod. It was fun. Hopefully I didn't do too bad of a job, and I'm welcome back,
No, bro, we need to continue to hear about your growth in baseball and becoming a D1 athlete and the journey onto professional sports, bro. You're here. You're on the show. You got it.
Bam. Just like that.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Like, subscribe. Prop Stars out. Back next Tuesday. Peace.